What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Panda here, and today I bring you another video for Knighthood. Now, guys, the Dark Tor event, as we already know, is live and crazy stuff is happening with it. Everyone is farming to their heart's content to get as many of these points as possible to get all of these rewards in this screen here. As you can see, I have already accumulated 9,000 and I think like 900 or so points. Yeah, 9,976, almost 10k points so far. And I wanted to kind of give you guys a rough idea of what you should be doing. So here is the deal. First things first is you want to make sure you do your dailies every day. I talked about this in the last video. Your dailies every day are going to give you 500, I believe, event points, which is a decent chunk, because if you keep in mind 500 over 30 days, you know, you're gonna end up getting a lot of points from that alone. If you do the math for 500 times 30, that's 15,000 points. So then you only need to get 110,000 to complete everything, which that cuts off a lot of farming that you're gonna have to do. Now, you can get Caligo to spawn, which is the roaming monster, okay? And every time you defeat him, you get 250 points. If I remember correctly, and I'm going to double check this on the wiki as well, but he does spawn every 4 hours in the furthest two regions, okay? And the only time I've killed him, I've only been able to kill him once, just because my work schedule and everything. He gave me 250 points. So assuming that you can get him every 4 hours, right? That's 6 times a day, and he gives you 250 points, which means you get 1,500 points a day if you hit every single one over the course of 30 days, and you get 45,000 points. So that on top of the 15,000 before, you're at 60,000. So just doing Caligo every 4 hours and your dailies will get you almost halfway through all of the rewards. Now, the next thing that you guys need to keep in mind is the guild boss. The guild boss gives you 5,000 points when you defeat him, and it has a 7-day timer, which means you can do 4 of them, okay? Now, this is very important. You will only get those 5,000 points if you hit the guild boss. So guild leaders, if you are watching this video, my recommendation is to make sure that you leave the boss up for at least 12 hours, allowing everyone to have a chance to log on and hit the boss at least once. He is very weak. Use a level 1 weapon. Hit him for no damage, 5,000 or less if possible, okay? Only bring healing abilities, only bring a level 1 weapon, don't do a lot of damage, no punching, just hit with the level 1 weapon and heal yourself, okay? This is because you want to make sure that everyone gets a hit in so that they get credits, and then you guys can just blow the boss up, okay? I kept the boss up for about 18 hours after the event started, and then the rest of my guild was able to kill it like within 2 hours of me giving the okay. Okay, so he's not a hard boss to beat. He's relatively simple. Just bring a strong cult weapon and you'll knock him down with no issues, okay? But that's 5,000 a week, right? Which means it's 20,000 for the month. So that brings our total to 80,000 that we've collected so far over the course of the month. Now, the rest of these points can be gotten from side stories, and I am going to actually go over all of the side stories. You guys can see all of these quests on the wiki if you would like to read them. I will leave a link in the description to the wiki if you guys want to read these yourself. But guys, I'm going to quickly go over these just in case you guys care about the story. This will include spoilers, so skip a couple minutes in the future so that you can, you know, miss this part if you don't want to know what the riddles are, okay? So the first quest is Nobody Expects the Inquisition, which is just to unlock the portal and earn 10 event points. This will reward you with 2,000 gold, 1,000 event points, and 3 scrolls of heroism. The next quest is Beware Dark Tor. Beyond the portal, the Dark Tor itself, Inquisitor Vitiosus readies his force to march against us all. Defeat him to delay his plans. So you have to defeat 10 Inquisitor Enforcers, 5 archers, and Vitiosis himself, giving you 1,000 event points, 1 manas, and 5 Garon shards. Next is maintaining control, defeating 20 undead enemies, 10 beast enemies, and 10 goblin enemies, which will give you 1,000 event points, 1 Thurisaz, 3 improved scrolls of heroism. Next is Cult Allies, which requires you to win 3 arena battles with a cult minion, giving you 1,000 event points, 2 Manaz, and 2 Thurisaz. The next is the first riddle. The riddle is to use Grimm's Rage Power once. This gives you 2,000 event points, 5 drops of humility, and 40 malachite. The next is the part 2 of the riddle, which is to win 8 battles in the versus arena, which gives you 2,000 event points, 40 cobalt, and a hero chest. And the next part is the third part of the riddle, which is to defeat floor 5 of the Onslaught Dungeon, which will give 2,000 event points, 100 legendary hero dust, and 32 manganese. And I believe this is the last one, but I'm not positive, is Conquering Caligo, which is to defeat Inquisitor Caligo, defeat 20 Inquisition Enforcers, and to defeat 10 Inquisitor Archers. And that will give you 5,000 gold, 1,000 event points, and 4 Uras. Now, this is going to be difficult, especially if you're new. Floor 5 of the Onslaught Dungeon is no joke, okay? You are going to have to probably grind out, but I do believe it's entirely possible within this 1 month time span that you should be able to get to the point where you can clear floor 5 at least once. My recommendation is to get to this mission as fast as possible, because with my luck, I will get to this mission after I've defeated floor 5 of the dungeon, and I won't be able to defeat it again because I'm garbage. So make sure you guys get to this mission as fast as possible so that you can get the credit for defeating floor 5. Now, this will give you a total of, let me add it up real quick in my head, 11,000 event points, bringing us to a total of 91,000 event points. Now, we need 91,000 is what we have, okay? And we need 125,000, which gives us 34,000 points remaining, okay? Now, with the 34,000 points, we have to get enough points to get that through the portal and event chests. Now, event chests you're going to get periodically, so I'm not going to include them in here. I just want to take the 34,000 that you're going to get, and we can only get those on the weekends. Guys, the weekends, you get 3 attempts per day for, I believe, 3 days, if I remember correctly, which means 9 attempts per weekend, which means we have, 9, 18, 27, 36 total attempts that we can get, which means that is going to leave us with needing 945 points per event. Per entrance. Now, here's the thing, guys. I have gotten 750. I have gotten 360. So this is very random. But I do believe that if you play relatively casually, you do your 3 a day, you do your dailies, you do the guild boss, throughout the event chests you open, and the entrances into here, you should be able to pretty easily hit the 125,000 mark. If you can't, you can refresh and get an additional attempt for 80 gems. I would recommend against this until the end of the event. If you're at like 115k and you've only got, 1 more guild boss and that's it, so you're only gonna get to 120, maybe refresh once a day for the last 3 days to try and get those little bit of extra points that you maybe need. But I think that relatively easily we're gonna be able to hit 125,000 points. But that brings me to the next part, which is the actual portal. Guys, the portal is difficult. Okay, it is quite a difficult little event you can go into. As you can see, I've unlocked the first 3 difficulties, 5, 15, and 25 in regarding to levels, but I cannot clear the level 25. I can't do it. It's too difficult for me to do. So I go into the level 15 dungeon, and this is the team I bring. It's pretty basic. I bring in my level 26 cult weapon, and I use my Anara and my Titania. And basically, guys, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to actually show you one full match so you can see what I do, so that you guys can hopefully do the same on yours. But ultimately, guys, the goal is to prevent Doom for as long as possible. Doom only builds on the minions when you hit the minions. So the goal is to hit the minion until they're one hit away from stacking Doom, and then hit the other minions, and then come back and kill that minion off at the end, hopefully in one turn. One day, this game will load. There we go. All right, so we come in here. We've got our first set of 3 minions. So as you can see here, we've got this militia guy, we've got this ranger dude, and then we have this ranger dude. So we actually don't have anyone that has the Doom ability, so we're just going to go in and hit. We actually do more damage with this weapon versus this dude's armor, so we just go ahead and do that. And we will just clear through this as fast as possible. I haven't actually had to use a rage ability yet, so I've just been kind of going through with my sword. But if you guys are having difficulties, I would recommend building up your rage if you need to. Just because it's always nice to have that additional rage power, because you never know when you're going to need that heal or when you're going to need that damage. Now, if you do happen to, like, say you bought a couple boxes or you opened a couple boxes and you did get lucky and get Garon. Garon is top tier for this event. He is a cult hero, so he gets more damage versus cult minions, which is great because the minions that matter here are cults, and his basic skill delays cool timers on skills, which means that he's able to actually delay the Doom effect. When it's ready, he can just be like, nope, I'm turning that off, which is very, very good. So if you do happen to get Garon, definitely build him up a little bit and bring him into this event. I definitely think it will be beneficial. But yeah, guys, as you can see, I'm pretty much just punching these guys, build up the rage, just so I have it as a backup. We actually haven't gotten anyone that can use Doom yet, so I'm kind of like a little sad that I can't showcase it. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll get one on the last phase. Let's get to the last phase as fast as possible. The game does lag a little bit when I'm recording, so I'm sorry that you guys are having to see the lag a little bit. But we will just finish this up real quick. Alrighty, down to the last 2 guys in the back. And then we'll go on to the 3rd stage. So another piece of important information here is that the minions that spawn, as well as how many stages spawn, is apparently random from what I have heard. I can't confirm this. I know that I did do a stage yesterday and it only had 3 stages, so I can confirm that the stage number is random, and I'm assuming that that would mean that also the units that spawn is random as well, which means it's entirely possible for you to get a bunch of points on one run, but get a lot of, very little points on the other. So here we go. We're on phase 3, and as you can see, we have guys that have Doom. So this right here is the Doom ability. The Doom ability cannot be dispelled. You just have to heal yourself through the damage, which is why I bring 2 healers. But you can also play with it a little bit. As you can see, if I punch, it gives about 1/3 of the bar. If I hit with my sword, it gives about 1/3 of the bar. If I hit him again, he's going to proc it, so I don't want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and get both of them to 2 of 3. And then we are going to kill the other minion. We might actually be able to just kill this guy right now. Actually, we probably can. We'll go ahead and do that. Because he's cult, we'll do a lot of damage with the weapon here. And then we'll go ahead and move over to this guy. Because we want to be for sure, that we're gonna get it. So here we go. As you can see, he's not casting Doom, or I think it's Retribution is what it's called here. He's not casting that ability because he hasn't built up the ability to cast it yet. So there is 2, there is 3, and then instead of hitting that, the other guy with 1 and proccing him Retribution, we're going to just go ahead and heal up, which is really important because we're going to, you know, be able to be closer to full health. All right, so then we're just going to 1, 2, 3 this guy. He should die. Hopefully. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and heal up here. But yeah, as you can see, that the technique works pretty well. You know, you're able to basically just ignore Retribution in that sense for the first 3 phases. The final phase, the boss does do Retribution, whether you like it or not. So I would just make sure that you have a rage ability up, so that you don't take too much damage or you deal more damage, right? Either way. All right, guys, here we go. So we're on the final stage. I am going to, let's see, let's just beat this guy up. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, and we'll go ahead and heal with Titania. But yeah, guys, if you guys have a better method to doing this fight, feel free to let me know. Hit me up in a comment down below. I'm always down to do stuff differently if it's gonna, you know, lead me to better results. So definitely let me know. I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and just use my undead burn here from Anara, because I'm not really in a scary position to die or anything. So we'll just go ahead and burn here. Hopefully get some good damage off. Boom. Not too bad. Not too bad. This guy should die here from this burn, or at least come really close. Boom. Okay, not quite yet. All right, as you can see, there's Retribution. So we got the big bad boy right there. All right, and we'll heal up. And then at this point, you can pretty much just put it on auto. The boss will die very easily, especially if you bring a cult weapon. So I just go ahead and put myself on auto, and we will just, you know, destroy the boss from here. See, lots of damage. Not even worried. He's probably just going to die, to be honest. Yep, there we go. Insta-dead. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So then we go to the final screen. We get to see how many points we got. So as you can see, it does show you how many points you get, you know, from each different thing. So this is going to be one of those 600 point matches, which is great. We got 600 points from that, which is awesome. But like I said, we do need to get around 944 per match if we don't include the chests. The chests do give 1,000, and I believe that you're gonna get like 2 or 3. Let's see, there's 1, 2. You get 3 throughout the event, right? Oh, 4 throughout the event. 5 throughout the event. Gosh, I miscounted. So with that 5, that should make up the difference, I would think. Because 5 will give you 5,000, which means you only need to get 29,000 points total, which brings us to about 800. So it's not quite all the way enough, but I do believe that with maybe 1 or 2 refreshes, like days where you refresh throughout the event, you should be able to pretty easily get this 125,000 shield here. I know I definitely will be getting the shield for sure, because it's like the main reason why I like it. So definitely, hopefully I can get that cleared. But guys, that I think is going to do it for today. This is much longer than I was expecting, but I wanted to show you how that fight went. So if you guys liked this video, please make sure to hit that like button. Give me the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. That's okay too. If you guys want to talk more about this event, hit me up in the Discord in the description down below, or in the comment section of the video. And if you like this video and want to see more of my content in the future, hit that sub button and the notification bell to the right of it, so you can be notified when my content goes live. And before I leave, guys, I want to remind you, 500 subs gives us a gem giveaway. And guys, we are chugging through. We are already almost to 375 subs. So keep subbing. Get all your friends in here. If you have a guild that's playing Knighthood and they want content creators, let them know about Panda. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.